Welcome to Sideline and Baseline with your host K. Lou M. B. You see Double A in the building and Pack Jam as well. What's going on, everybody?
What's up?
Hey,
What's
what's
up?
good? What's good? What's good?
Hey, for a Monday.
Hey, I tell you what,
Hey, man.
it's exciting news going on, and Pack Jam just texted me before the we got on here, and I want to share that with everybody. A kid put on Instagram. And I told LB, this took me back. He say, I'm not a camp guy. I'm a football player. Let them drills define you as a football player and watch how I destroy you on Friday, baby. So he's saying all y'all guys that's out there flying around with pajamas on, you're going to be in trouble.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's what he's saying.
Man, so that's hilarious to me, because I just remember, having those type of guys around you playing, and all of a sudden they so spirited, they so excited, they leading all the chants, and you like, man. And a lot of times they start getting aggravated to you, like, man, it's hot out here, man. What is you talking about? Calm down. Boy, you put them things on, them pads, nowhere to be seen. You like what?
Yep. We call that those workout warriors, baby. They look good in shorts, man. But man, you make Tarzan look like Jane. You put those pads on, be a whole different story, bro. Whole different story.
And here's the crazy part: you find this at every level.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Level. But that shocked me, LB, when we got to the show, to the NFL. You like, ain't no way. Boy, you saw it in too.
You see it all the time. You have those mini camps and stuff like that. And we got the pass on Joker running around, man, looking like an All-American, look like Jerry Rice. Then you put those pads on, Joker got alligator arms, ain't trying to catch nothing.
And them running backs always knew, boy, hey, you come through that hole like you gonna run over everybody. They done told us don't touch.
Yep.
And it's really like a half butt-up. It ain't really no true butt-up because they just want you to kind of go up there and tap them, strip at the ball, and move out the way. But you had some of them running there like it's 4th and 1. All it took was them to run one of us over. It didn't matter if it was a DB, a D lineman. We didn't care who it was. Oh, it's live.
It's on. It's on like butter popcorns, baby. It is on.
They finna cut practice out. We finna make them shut practice down because ain't nobody touching nobody on the defense side of the ball ever again. We hit.
No doubt.
It's all live.
No doubt. In a minute, man.
And I think the reason was because we were scared to go back and film. Because you in the room and it's like, boy, you let that joker just do that.
Oh yeah, you gotta get it. They gonna talk bad about you, man. They gonna talk bad about you. I remember I was with Houston Oilers and man, Buddy Ryan, man. Golly bless him, man. That was my dude right there. Buddy didn't care. They were, how you have offense, defense, serving offense, man. Buddy's like, man, forget that. We trying to kill these jokers, man. He'll call a blitz. He'll go off script. He'll do it. He's like, man, we ain't no scout team, baby. We bringing it, man. That was the mindset. And the mindset that he had, I mean, that's what we had as players, Was that, remember the type attitude, reflect leadership? That's how it was, man. So drill, I mean, so we'll fight in a minute, man. We got at Houston, we had coaches fighting, baby.
We all saw that. We saw that on that.
Oh, that's right.
Hey, what y'all did in the dog definitely came out in the light.
No doubt. And that was my rookie year, and I was like, man, this how it is at the league. I thought that I ain't know no better. But that 93 season was just crazy, man. I was like, man, this is how it is. I mean, it was so much going on, man. I mean, golly, somebody need to write a book about that because it was crazy, man. So much going on that thing,
tell
man.
Specifically about that play, LB.
Oh yeah. So anyway, my man, what happened? We ran the run and shoot offense. I guess a version of the spread now, right? to
Yep,
some
right.
degree.
Yep.
And so Buddy hated the offense, so he called it a chuck and duck, and so he hated it because it didn't have a tight end or anything like that. In the prior year, they lost against Buffalo Bills, all right, and then they ended up firing the whole defensive staff. Buddy came in, so he hated the offense. Even the owner made them draft the tight end, as far as to try to change the offense. So what happened though? So instead of going into the half, instead of running the clock out, they're passing the ball, right? And then we had, through an interception, something like that. So we had to come on. And previous, what happened is that one of our safeties got hurt, man. Marcus Robinson, man, big time safety, having a Pro Bowl season that year, ended up getting hurt. And so Buddy just hated. So next time in that same situation, instead of them running the ball out and taking it into half, same thing, turnover happened, and Buddy just went off like that. And I'm like, so I'm like the nickel linebacker. I'm like, what's the call, Buddy? What's the call? He's sitting there arguing with Kelvin Gilbride. Next thing you know, he punched the dude, and I was like, never mind, I got it.
That's not the first time he got in a fight. Him and Ditka got into it years earlier. They said with the Bears.
Oh yeah, Buddy, man, he was something else, man. I love that dude, man. He was something else, man. He was one of those old cowboys. Wouldn't take nothing from nobody, man. I mean, tell it like it is, bro. Tell it like it. That's what I'm saying. Practice, all that stuff, man. He did what he wanted to do. He got us ready,
How would Buddy game plan for today's NFL with his type of defense? What would he be doing with it? Would he have 5 nickelbacks? Would he be running that?
I think, obviously, and we had that as well. But he'll be pressured, man. I mean, he's blitzing with that bare front. I mean, he's blitz. His mindset would be, how would they handle me? It's not how I handle them. His mindset is how they gonna handle me. And so he'll put his DBs on the aisle and whatnot, but he know, man, that pressure gonna get there. Because what he used to do with that bare front, once he saw how you was picking it up, then he'll make the adjustment off of it, And then we have what we call AFC's automatic front coverage and BTF blitz to the formation. And so all that means is that all during the week, right? We get a whole sheet, a study sheet of, if they come out in this formation, call this defense. So ALC mean automatic front and coverage. So we had a front and coverage. So we just like how they talk about quarterback prepare, man. We get that sheet on Tuesday night. We had to know it on Wednesday, right? And it was like a long sheet with all these different formations, and whatever call is 4 calls per formation. And it was automatic front and coverage, BTF, 46 coverage, and 46 BTF. And whatever formation they come out, he'll give you a signal beforehand, and then we'll call it. We'll call the defense that he wants. So it puts you in a perfect defense versus their formation tendencies, what they had, Right. And then as the game went on, right, especially with the 46 defense, if he saw how they was picking it up, then he'll make the adjustment. He'll call 46 defense, and then he'll call a blitz, a certain blitz, all right, to take advantage of of their protection. And man, I mean, this dude, man, he knew it. He knew his stuff. He had it down pat, man. So it put a lot of responsibility on Mike linebacker because everybody waiting on you to make the call. It's not like nowadays they got the mic in your ears and all that stuff. No, when they broke that huddle, you had to call that defense. You had to get it out.
Is there anyone today that compares to what Buddy's doing? That's coaching on that deep ball side.
I think like New Orleans Saints. Dennis Allen, because of Greg Williams. Greg Williams was a disciple of Buddy, and so his system that he ran, Greg ran it and took it to another, added some little tweaks to it. Dennis Allen's doing the same thing, so that's the kind of the tree of it. Then you Jimmy Johnson with if I'm not mistaken, not the Dallas Cowboys, but the defensive coordinator. I think he ran some form of it. So then now you got that Sean McDermott vein, if I'm not mistaken. I think they ran a version of his defense as well.
So Buddy's still living on, baby. That's the bottom line.
Oh, and then you got and his boys, his twins. Whenever they're in the DC, they get it done. I'm sure the Ravens are massaging some stuff in. With their blitz package cover stuff they do, bare front getting it done, Even when we was at Seattle, we ran some bare front. Everybody kind of that bear front. Everybody stole it. Everybody copycat it. You know.
Oh, so that was originally his, the bear front.
Yes, he's if I'm not mistaken, he's the originator of it. I think he called it Don Pease. Yeah, because Don Pease was number 46 for him at the Chicago Bears, and that's the whole thing. So that bear front is from Buddy.
Wilbur Marshall time.
Yeah. Now what he did different that most people, the original front is when you put both outside linebackers on the same side. So when you run that 4-3 scheme and you put them on the same side on the line of scrimmage, that's the original way that most people ran it. But most people now run it the other way, where the outside linebackers are opposite one another. Then that way you can spin to it.
The thing about Buddy Ryan defense, though, his defense all had Hall of Famers on it.
Are you talking about just the one stop?
I'm talking about his greatest defenses had Hall of Famers on them.
So you're saying that?
I'm saying
like
no. I'm just saying. I'm just pointing out that the fact that not taking nothing from him, but his greatest defenses of all times had Hall of Famers.
Well, not taking anything from Steve Kerr. But he trashed when he ain't got all his pieces.
Right.
But I mean, but you look at it.
Buddy Ryan's defenses that didn't have Hall of Famers, where were they ranked?
They were good as well. So hold on, let's back up now. Now you can't penalize him because he may have one Hall of Fame or two Hall of Fame. But obviously Chicago Bears set the standard, right? Then from Chicago he went to Philly, right? Philly defense had Reggie White. Right.
That's and had Jerome Brown.
You know, it's funny how you just glossed over there and said that's just the only dude.
No.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
You talking about? You said, listen, I'm sticking with in your same vein.
Right.
You said Buddy Ryan defense had Hall of Famers, right? And so I'm going through the Hall of Famers, right? And I'm to answer your question, right? So so Chicago obviously. I mean, no doubt about it. They set the standard, right? Philadelphia, right? That was a top defense, right? They had Reggie White was the only Hall of Famer on that defense, right? They had some trained killers, but other than Reggie, Clyde Simmons, who's not a Hall of Fame Pro Bowl player, Jerome Brown, Pro Bowl player. But I'm saying though, name their linebackers, right? It's no Hall of, but they was a dominant defense.
Seth Joyner was there too. Seth Joyner.
Who?
Yeah, Seth Joyner was there.
Seth Joyner. That's why. But I was trying to get Pac Jam to name the Hall because I'm saying, but there was a dominant defense. They had Brian Efforts in the middle. They had Seth Joyner, right?
And what I'm saying
Wes Hopkins, I think. And then you go to Houston. Then he went to Houston, right? And then we didn't have any Hall of Famers on that defense, and we was top defense in the league when he was there for 1 year. Then he went to Arizona, and he had a great defense at Arizona. He had Eric Swan. He had what's my man name? I forgot the middle linebacker. But that's what I'm saying. Maybe a Niz cross path with him at there. But I mean, everywhere he went, he performed. Though his defense performed. So tell me where he went somewhere his defense sucks. Because one thing about his
defense sucked. I'm saying his greatest defense is that everybody tends to. Because I'm playing devil's advocate right now. Because my thing is everywhere the defense that people go to tout him great all time, it was with the minister of defense, which is when you got guys like Reggie White and guys like LT, it doesn't take much to build the other 10 around because those guys are humanely impossible to stop, okay? And when you look at the Bears defense, I don't have to mention who they had. So those are the two defenses that people use when they say he's the best he's an all-time guy. You understand what I'm saying? Because
I don't understand what you're saying. Everywhere this dude went, he performed. One thing about Buddy.
But those defenses that you're talking about was not earth-shattering like Philadelphia and Chicago was. They wasn't.
What you mean? They was dominating defense when he was there. I mean, other than Arizona part.
The defense that you played on with Buddy Ryan when he was there with you, that defense was not known. That defense was not known to be the most dominating defense in the league. The Philadelphia defense was, as well as the Chicago defense was, is what I'm saying.
He was only at Houston for 1 year, and he turned it around. The defense, that's what they brought him in for, because Buffalo Bills game.
when he was Arizona. Arizona did not dominate the NFL. Philadelphia and the Chicago Bears dominated the NFL.
No doubt. But I agree with that. I can't argue with that point. But hey, that's the point.
Was because of who he had. Reggie White clearly unstoppable. Listen. And Chicago unstoppable. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, and let me add this, right? I mean, yeah, he can't. You can't get mad based on the talent based on what he did.
I'm not mad at him. I'm just saying.
Listen to me. So the Chicago Bears and the success he had at Philly. I'm just answering your question. You like, well, everywhere he went, he had a dominant. His defense was the staple of what he did, right? Obviously, Chicago Bears, that's Super Bowl champ, right? I mean, they getting it done. I mean, the guys they have on there, that's going to set the standard. But you measure a person by when you coach somebody, right? As a coach job, your job is to take them from where they are to the next level. Everywhere he went, right, from a defensive standpoint, he raised the bar of that defense and took that defense to another level. Now, can it reach the greatness? No, of Chicago Bears and Philly. But I guarantee you, right, everywhere he went, that defense got better. And that's how you measure a coach, because it's the Henry and Joe. So Arizona, they ain't have it's all person. They ain't have the top 10. That Chicago Bears talent. Nobody had that Chicago Bears talent. But when you look at the players he had to work with, that defense got better to another level. That's what I'm saying.
Look what his son did with that Baltimore defense. Between his father and son, they had two of the best defenses.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Look who was on that defense.
Huh?
So come on now. Who said I couldn't put the headset on and call that defense?
But he didn't want.
You have him clearly the best defensive tackle to ever play the game. Who got Ray Lewis into the Hall of Fame? No, don't do that. Ray back there free.
What are you talking about now?
I'm talking about the defense of Baltimore that Double A just brought up. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay. So you're saying what? What are you saying?
No, I'm just saying. I just feel like he was a good defensive coordinator, but I'm not finna make it like he's all time. I'm not gonna do that.
Bro,
I'm not gonna do that.
That's what I'm saying. It's almost like you're saying. Hold on.
He's not.
It's almost like you're saying. Hold on.
Let him go.
It's almost like you.
If Buddy Ryan ain't all time,
hold on. No, but listen what you saying, Pac Jam. You saying you faulting the dude because he don't have the talent like he only duplicated one. Hold on a second. Pause. You saying like just because he couldn't duplicate Chicago Bears, right? Every place he went. I mean, you drink. That's crazy. That's what you're saying. That's what you saying, Black Jam. It makes no sense.
One thing about
everywhere this dude went, he turned around.
Keep it real on him. We're gonna
keep it real.
Sideline and baseline.
Keep it real.
And
Give me some facts.
I'm gonna get a guy like Double A who was a career long snapper, and Belichick gonna plug him in. Belichick gonna plug him in and make him a Pro Bowl.
Hey, but Pac Jam, give me some facts. Pac Jam, listen to your argument. You saying, well, I wouldn't label Buddy Ryan good dude just because Chicago Bears, he had Hall of Famers. Hey, but I just told you everywhere he went, his defense got better.
And
his defense became one of the top defenses.
He was good, but he wasn't elite.
Come on, child, please. Tell me why.
I just told you.
I just dealt with your argument. You said everywhere he had Hall of Famers. I went to Philly. And he had one Hall of Famer, Reggie White, and that was a great defense. And you can't name nobody in their secondary.
Listen, and I'm telling you, Reggie White.
Name somebody in Philadelphia Eagles secondary.
Listen, Reggie White was a generational talent.
One season, turn it around. We had a dominating defense, had the best record. He would turn it. Tell me.
Reggie White was.
I'm saying you just give an opinion, and you trying to say, well, he didn't produce Chicago Bears anymore. Child, please.
Listen,
I mean, who produced Chicago Bears?
Reggie White was a generation. Let me know when you're ready for me to talk. Go ahead.
I'm ready. Go ahead.
Reggie White was a generational talent. It's easy to pin a scheme around Reggie White, the Minister of Defense. He was a generational talent, unstoppable. The Chicago Bears, I did not even name all those guys over there from Richard Dent to Singletary, to William. I ain't got to name all those guys over there. You know who those guys was. What I'm saying is, to me, the Ryan family is the most overrated family. That's the same guy went to Dallas Cowboys and did not produce. The other brother. When the brothers was at Baltimore, Baltimore clearly had nothing but defensive dynamites over there. So I could have coached that defense. That's the most overrated family in football, the Ryan family. I said it on sideline and baseline. We're not going to make that family elite because they was not. Elite is Bill Belichick. We got to stop hitting this word elite out like it's bread at the counter, because it's not. It's only a certain amount of guys who deserve to be called elite. And the Ryan family ain't one. It's Belichick. A guy who gets guys like Double A, a career long snapper, plug him in and makes him a Pro Bowler. That's elite. Not a guy who gets generational talent
my union,
and
baby.
then builds a scheme, and then generational talent plays in his scheme, and all of a sudden he's known as this guy. No, because when he coached you that 1 year, your defense was not the rough shop of the whole entire league like those generational talent defenses he's had. He's overrated.
You gotta
Child, please.
You gotta get that in. He's overrated.
Pack Jam, child, please.
You're right. You're right. Child, please. You're right. Child, please.
Your whole argument is you're trying to say, well, he only had one elite defense, and that was the 85 Chicago Bears defense.
He had two. He had Philadelphia and the Chicago Bears. When he got a defense that did not have a generational talent, he just was a top 10 defense. He was not rough shopping the whole league.
Child, please. Everywhere this dude went, he performed. Hey, you the 46
He didn't have a rough shop defense. Belichick had a number one defense in the league and didn't even had some no-namers. Don't do that.
Child, please, man. Come on, really? Come on, man.
Let's turn the page.
It's me saying this, right? So you said Belichick had elite defense?
Yes.
Name them, please.
What do you mean?
Tell me. Hey, listen to it. Tell me elite defense in the top 10 defenses of all time NFL history. Tell me. Hold on a second. Tell me which defense for New England Patriots is in the top 5.
Brady's first 3 reigns came with a number 1 defense.
So hold on.
When they played the St. Louis Rams, it was built as the number 1 defense against the number 1 offense, and we know what happened there. Child, please.
Hey, Pack Jam. When we talk about elite defense, let me set the standard for you, right? You could go research this all you want. If you name the top 5 defense of all time in NFL history, I guarantee you nobody would mention the New England Patriots defense fitting the top 5. I guarantee you that. I guarantee you Chicago Bears will be in the top 5.
Carry on.
I guarantee you the Ryan defense will be in the top 5. The Steel Curtains.
Dolphins undefeated.
I guarantee you, the Steel Curtains, the Chicago Bears defense, right, will be in the top 5. But I guarantee you nobody would say the New England Patriots defense will be in the top 5. And the New York Giants defense would be in the top 5 when Belichick was their coach. With Bill Parcells, huh? So tell me, what New England Patriots defense? Tyrone, which one you want to go at? Child, please.
Well, Belichick made the list. He made it with the New York Giants 86 defense.
Well, we talking about elite. What elite defense?
He made the list.
With the New England Patriots, no, don't rescue him, K-Lou. He said with the New England Patriots.
Don't rescue me. Like I said,
you said the New England Patriots. Child, please.
The Ryan family overrated.
Tell me, the Legion of Boom may even make the list. The Legion of Boom may make it. The Orange Crush with Denver Broncos, the Miami Dolphins. I have never heard a Belichick defense in the top 5 for New England Patriots. Wow. Child, please. Are you talking about he's elite? He's the standard? Child, please. You better sit down somewhere. Don't you ever disrespect Buddy Ryan. Hey, you may have an issue with the Twins, but don't disrespect Buddy Ryan. Come on, man. He paid his dues, man.
MB, he may not be the standard, but he definitely is a problem. And guess what? It was the problem.
Hey, damn, I miss you, baby.
It was triple doubles around here happening. We're gonna start on with the first one. Yeah, he's back. Y'all had forgot about him. Remember, he's still here though. Russell Westbrook, baby, 21, 17, and 12 with a win over them Cleveland Cavaliers, LB.
Oh yeah, he's a problem. Hey, triple double, man. Joker, he been a problem. Hey, all year long for the Denver Nuggets getting it done. Hey, he trying to do his Russell Westbrook, baby. Hey, 20 points, 11 assists, 15 boards, and leading Nuggets over the Pistons, baby. He's a problem.
A center, y'all. He left that part out. But I hope y'all know that this is a center doing 11 dimes.
It's a new hybrid center.
And keeping that thing going, Luka in Denver, he said y'all ain't been bragging on him none this year, man. He was a little pissed off over there, so he just wanted to bring y'all back. Said y'all think y'all forgot. Y'all ain't gonna forget about me. 20 points, 11 assists, 10 rebounds, a block with a win over them Toronto Raptors. Yep. He's a problem.
No doubt. And he about to be a problem for the Clips in the playoff too. Good Lord. You see him do it last year. But I'm going to tell you who been a problem all year, man. Man, I don't know, boy. Your Lakers probably should have kept this dude, man. Joseph Randle, man, getting it done, baby, all year with the New York Knicks. 33 points, 13 assists, 10 boards, baby, leading the Knicks over the Charlotte Hornets, man, solidifying that fourth seed in the playoff. Joseph Randle all year, he's a problem.
Man, he gonna have most improved coming out. Hey, the dude who's a baller, bona fide baller this year, like Julius Randle, boy, he listen, he a baller, and a lot of y'all forgot about him, and the Knicks acting like they slow to pull the trigger. Gonna get that man that 100 million he deserves. I don't know what's going on. What they waiting on?
Bernard King.
So that's crazy. And the last problem, man, been a problem for feel like all our life now. It seems like he one of them forever NBA players by now, baby. Steph Curry, 46. 9 assists, 7 rebounds, 1 block to go ahead and lock down the scoring title, his second of his career, with a win over them Grizzlies. And Draymond, I'm sure if you look it up, he probably had 12 assists. He finally got out of that triple single column.
He's sleeping on Draymond, sleeping on him.
He still finished with a triple single for the year though, MB.
Career high. That was his career high.
Triple single, baby.
You're gonna get.
Y'all know it. We all know it. He's a problem.
He's a problem. He's LeBron's problem now.
Yeah.
Hey man. Hey, I'm switching over, man, to they clowning, man. This the Pac Jam Award. Just like Pac Jam clowning, they clowning.
That was
cute. Hey, they clowning, man. Hey, man, this dude, Tavius Bryant, man, from Austin Peters' article ESPN did, man, golly, he handled this like a pro, man. Somebody just clowning on this dude, man. I feel bad for this dude. But, man, just the character of this dude, what happened, didn't get drafted. Apparently, Don Pease, the defensive coordinator, allegedly for the Atlanta Falcons, called him and say, look, man, we want to bring you in for the rookie mini camp, your trial, this and that, man. Man, the dude go up there and it's false alarm. Man, somebody played a trick on him, man. And they clown it, bro. I mean, but the way this dude handled this, man, hey, he's
class.
A problem.
Yeah.
He's class. He's got grit. He's got stand. I mean, this dude, man, he handled it like a champ, man. Go ahead.
Somebody should give him a tryout. I'd want him on my team, regardless if he's the last man on the team. The way he handled that.
He handled it, man. He handled it. I mean, he posted something on Twitter, I guess, because obviously you get that call. You like, man, you're excited. You're telling everybody. And then just to come find out, man, like somebody catfish you, you know? So that's not good, man. But I love the way this dude handled it, man. He said at the end of the day, this was not make or break me. I will still continue to fight for my dream because I know it's what I really want. He says it's been a rough few days, but I felt the need to clear the air and get this off my chest. Honestly, ready to make a move, you know? And then he said some other stuff on it. But, man, like you said, Double A, I mean, dude like this, man, you hope he get it. You cheering for him, hope he get an opportunity. They even said that they doing something in San Diego. It's called an HBU, like a HUB football camp founded by Agent Don Yee. And it's going to be a lot of representative NFL teams, including the Falcons, are scheduled to be in attendance. So it's going to take place this Sunday in San Diego. So hopefully he'll get an opportunity, man, up close, get a proper evaluation. But I like dudes like this, man. When life throw you a curveball, man, he did the right thing. He hit a home run, man. He handled this the right way, man. It just didn't let some idiot like kill his dream, man. He's continued to fight. So I love it. I love how this dude handled that, man. But they clowning for that, bro.
Well, I tell you what, if Double A and them Jacksonville Jags, baby, in the building in California for this event, boy, I know that y'all got a spot for them. Y'all know got a spot for them, baby, because y'all into having them locker room guys, huh? Them guys that's
since when am I a Jaguar fan, man?
Hey, they love them guys good for the program, huh, Pac Jam?
Yes, they do.
Oh man. Hey, moving right along. Pac Jam called it out right here. He said, hey, I don't know, y'all moving too fast with the 35 women. Talking about Deshaun Watson did it. We had probably what, month 2, 3, 4, 5. Feel like we've been doing this for 6 months now. I know it ain't been that long, but it sure feel like month 3 since all this jumped off. And nobody still done filed any charges. So MB, we talked about on Friday who should give him a chance. And it's 2 teams that jumped out reportedly. Them Philadelphia Eagles and them Carolina Panthers, baby. They say, look, we'll show him some love. Pac Jam, what you say to that?
Listen, I say Philadelphia need to go all in on it because Philadelphia can get him and they can seize the NFC with it. Because if this guy led the league in yards, when you can't name one receiver on his team, just think what he can do in Philadelphia in an NFC least division. Okay, we talking the Giants up there in New York. We talking the Dallas Cowboys, and we talking in the Washington football. Deshaun Watson goes to Philadelphia, as they say on sideline and baseline. We have a problem because instantly it's trouble. It's trouble in Philadelphia because of this guy's everything he brings to the table. And I think Philadelphia need to go all in. They need to get a first round up from now to yonder.
They got 3 first rounds, 3 first rounders to give up, they said.
It don't even matter. Whatever, just send them. It don't even matter. Y'all just get what you want. Send us back what you got. That's all. Send us back which ones you wanted. It's a deal. You know what I'm saying? Jeff Lurie needs to write up the paperwork and say, whatever first round you want, just put it on the paper and send it back. It's a deal. You hear what I say?
It's one
That's
word.
all he has to do.
It's consensual.
You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day,
it's the truth.
At the end of the day, he's a winner, and they will win with him.
Yeah. And I felt like when we spoke about this Friday, I think that with the backlash he's gonna receive, you can't run away from that. It's just gonna be what it is. I mean, they could file the charges, he can come out acquitted. They still gonna the boo birds still
the thing, K. Luter, I had mentioned that me and MB talked about a while ago when it first happened, was the fact that if something did take place, and like we said, like me and MB both agreed, if something took place, he needs to be charged. But I just have a hard time to believe that you're more interested in getting paid than going to the police station. And what's happened the last month and a half is last week, the lawyers for these ladies started slandering the NFL, saying the NFL was partial to him and other. You're still trying to slander instead of saying, ladies, let's go downtown. Let's do the depositions. Let's do this thing. Let's roll the dice on and let the justice system handle this. But he Houston police started saying, we over here, we over here. They waving, giving them direction. They done sent them the GPS. They done sent them the link right here where we at. They done sent them their location link. He still ain't hit the link to go there. He's still running to the media. So that tells us everything we need to know. At the end of the day, if you want justice, it's at the police station. It's not through the local media.
Right.
You know, and so Deshaun Watson, kudos to him and his lawyer. They sticking to their guns and saying, hey, meet us at the courthouse. They haven't went there. So at the end of the day, we cannot, you know, at the end of the day, we must say, hey, maybe y'all must not be telling the truth then, because y'all don't want justice. Y'all want to get paid. They still saying give us some money, but they ain't saying give us no justice. So at the end of the day, man, you know, Roger Goodell got to make a decision.
I think we can't jump the gun and say it ain't the truth. The problem is, though, there's a way to get into the truth, okay? And there's a way for justice to be served. And I think Pac Jam is saying that we need to set that course and go that direction instead of the direction that we keep seeing every time we see something flash up. It's got nothing to do with them at the police station. And you know, I mean, that's just crazy. So because of that, we got to move on with him with football. And I knew, hey, I just felt teams was gonna take a shot at it because teams trying to win. And and they done did their own investigations too. The NFL done did that investigation already. And then these teams have probably tapped into these league investigations to see what's what. And I guess they looking at it the same way we looking at it. We 2 months in and they ain't went down to the police station. Hey man, come on, bro. Let's go.
Yeah. And that's what I said. I don't think anything gonna get done until this to each team do their due diligence and feel good about it. You know, I know based on the article, Peter King said that the Eagles still got some interest. I think the Carolina Panthers got some interest, and also the Miami Dolphins, believe it or not, still got some interest. But they not going to make that deal until the smoke clear up a little bit. Until they do like I said before, till they do their vetting process, right, and get the information. I'm not talking about the Jacksonville Jaguars vetting process. I'm talking about the vetting process, right, where they feel comfortable to make that deal. I don't think so. And I think it was like a rumor came out, a speculation came out maybe yesterday that the lawyers, like you said, for the ladies was trying to do a settlement, and the guy ended up denying and say, no, we ain't trying to do that, blah, blah, blah. So, but I think until this thing get clear up a little bit, I don't think this trade going to happen right now.
Hey, I think somebody gonna pull the trigger as soon as when the money and the picks and all that match, it's a done deal. I think they done kissed this thing goodbye because I mean it's not like you gotta wait to go file charges. You wait for the hearing and going to court in the actual trial, but you don't wait to file charges. So I think that's saying more. That's speaking the loudest, I think, to the NFL teams that have that kind of interest.
So you think so, Caleb? So right now, you think they'll make the deal right now based on what you're saying?
If the money works, the money works out, the picks work out. That's the situation. But I don't,
because right now the NFL. Go ahead. I'm sorry, I cut you off.
I said I don't think that's playing a role right now based upon them not filing charges. And the NFL can't make a move on him until that happens. Right now, he's a normal player with no baggage. Exactly. As far as the NFL is concerned, they can't, if they touch his money, now they can put him on a non-football list and all that. But if they touch his money, it's a problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's when you're going to him. So as long as he's getting paid, he could care less. But I think these other teams, because he's still saying he don't want to be in Houston, I think these other teams are still trying to make a play just like they were prior to all this moving forward. Now, a few teams got scared and jumped back off foot. But these guys trying to win. And like Pac Jam said, he immediately flips the entire division and the entire conference, depending on where he ends up.
Yeah, I just think right now the NFL, they haven't even interviewed him yet for the personal conduct. And then when you look at what happened with AB, right? Last year, I think with all the stuff that he went through, I think he got 8-game suspension. So that's tough. I think
there were charges filed against him.
Yeah.
Multiple charges for what, 2 or 3 different incidents. He had the truck, the U-Haul or whatever, the moving company incident.
Right. Did he? I thought he just initially in the beginning, the beginning he had the allegation, because that's when New England made the deal. Then he got the allegation. Then that's when New England cut him. Right.
He getting sued about the moving thing right now.
I thought the moving came afterwards. Okay, Lou, I didn't follow as close as you, but I thought in the beginning it was the allegations. It was the crazy stuff.
He had the domestic violence situation that listen, you can't touch that at all. So that happened immediately. So that was he had 8 games for that. Then he had the moving, and then remember, was it him? He had a situation with a masseuse too.
That's the thing in the beginning, though. That's the thing that
he had 3. What I'm saying is he had 3 different situations going on at the same time, and I think the domestic thing the police were involved, and the moving thing the police were involved. The only thing they didn't get involved with was the masseuse thing.
Yeah,
because that comes back to consensual. That's professional contract. Sorry to say, that's why they can't touch it. That's why there's no charges.
I'm sorry, Double A, Pac Jam. Do you remember it like that, or
I'm looking to it too, Caleb?
Yeah, I don't know the timing of it, MB. I just remember there were 3 separate incidents with him. At least.
I mean, like I said, I remember when they came out with it. Like you said, you know what I mean.
Okay, MB will catch that. We're gonna move right along to the NBA playoff picture. Pac Jam, we're gonna start where it's important. At the bottom of the playoffs, baby. That's where we gonna start. We're gonna start at that number 7, baby. The late show after a late skid. Okay, through the season, we should have won 60 games, but we ended up losing our two faces of the franchise, and so we struggled, and we lost Dennis Schroeder, which a lot of people act like didn't happen. Okay, but we lost him too, and but we finished number 7 in the West, and for that we picked up Golden State. So this is a money game. This is what we call a money game, because it's way more interesting to the fans than it is to basketball minds. Pac Jam, you want to talk about that?
Hey, listen here, man. The best thing could have happened was us losing the players we did, because it gave us the opportunity to get players 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11, and 12 a lot of game time experience. And anytime you give LeBron James players 7 through 12, you give them experience on the court, you in a world of trouble. And that's what I've seen, and that's what you're going to see going into this playoffs. You're going to see the Lakers. The Lakers are going to, and I'm going to say this right now, the Lakers will be the deepest team in the playoffs. The Lakers will be the only team in the playoffs playing 12 players a night. Remember, I told you that. Because what happened? 12. Remember, I told you that. Because I'm going to tell you 12. Because what had happened was.
Look at our roster again.
See, what happened was.
It gave us time. With all of the injuries in the starting 5, it gave that bench a lot of minutes. Remember, there was games that Montreal Harrell was getting coach's decision DNPs because the coach wanted to go deeper in that bench. He wanted to see something. He saw it. Get ready. Tighten your shoes up. Tighten your Velcro shoes up for guys like, the guys over 50 that wear the Velcros. So you tighten your Velcros up. Everybody else tighten your shoestrings up. But you about to see something in this playoff right here you ain't seen before. Starting against Chef Curry. And one thing, if I have to take away from what Shaq always says, we're not going to worry about the superstar. We're going to shut down the others. So Curry can do what Jordan did against the Celtics. He can go for 63, but take that L.
Hey, MB, I
Yo,
can't even fight. I'm finna fight Pac just a little bit. I just looked at the roster. It's 11, definitely. We going deep. And this gonna trip you out, MB. The 12th that Pac Jam is probably counting that I'm not is Mark Gasol. So how crazy is that? I'm not counting Mark Gasol. We 11 deep. So I can see what Pac Jam's saying, but I don't think Mark gonna get any minutes. But
Mark will get minutes.
11.
He will get minutes.
I
Remember, I
think so
told
too,
you
Pat.
that.
hey, so
If he's
MB,
healthy, he's gonna get minutes.
so I'm gonna name them because it sounded crazy to me till I just counted. Dennis Schroeder, Markieff Morris, Ben McLemore, who just got with us about 3 weeks ago, that's been lights out from the 3-point line. Wesley Matthews, Kyle Kuzma, LeBron, of course, Taylor Horton Tucker, who we gonna have so many offers for him that we gonna have to move him in and get some more pieces at the end of the season. Watch that happen. They gonna be willing to give up first-round picks for this guy. Trust me. Montrezl Harrell, Andre Drummond, of course, Anthony Davis, and KCP.
And Caruso.
And Alex Caruso. Sorry, I skipped over him. Alex Caruso. That's crazy, ain't it? Pat,
hello world.
Pat was just hello. In his purple and gold mode. And so I'm like, ain't no way, man. I ain't counted that many people. And I just went to the roster. That's 11. And like I'm telling y'all, my fight with MB and Pac Jam is Mark Gasol ain't gonna get no minutes. That's how crazy that sounds.
I think if he healthy, he gets some minutes, man.
Hey,
K-Lou, I found that Antonio Brown thing too.
Okay.
But no, I think Marc Gasol, if he healthy, he'll get some minutes.
He just got minutes the other last night against the other night against New Orleans. He's been getting minutes. Like I said, the Lakers will be the deepest team in the playoffs. You know what they've been saying? All the players from the Lakers have been chanting the same phrase. You know what they've been chanting? What? Scary hours. Everybody's been saying it on the team. Scary hours.
Listen, we can go full speed the whole game.
Did you see Denver last night?
Arkansas?
Did you see Denver last night?
The Running Rebels? No, that's not Running Rebels.
40 minutes of hell or whatever it was.
Well,
Did you see Denver last night? Denver said we don't want scary hours. The so-called MVP Joker said we don't want the Lakers first round. We'll get beat by 100 tonight.
Yeah.
I know you don't want the Lakers.
Well, we talked about the Lakers a lot. Any feelings on Golden State? Because I don't have none.
It's one game with one of the best shooters have ever walked the earth. Anything can happen.
Good luck with Draymond Green defending Anthony Davis.
Okay, here's the problem though, Double A. If you didn't hear what Pac Jam was just saying, scare house, we can run 5 guys at him. We have that many players that can defend him.
Yep.
So he's gonna have to be special against 5, meaning like you starting off with KCP, then you going to Horton Tucker, then Caruso is next. Then you going to Horton Tucker, then you going to Wesley Matthews. Then you finish off with Ben McLemore, which are all 3-and-D guys. That's what they do. And we got 5 of them to do it. So it's crazy that you name one of their guys. And guess what, y'all? This ain't the special offense that y'all told me Steve Kerr had. This not ball movement. Steph ain't moving the ball no more, boy. That thing so funny. How y'all stop telling me how special Kerr offense is when he ain't got special players. I'm finna get in my Buddy Ryan bag with Steve Kerr. Somehow he ain't an elite coach no more. Put something together, Steve. Upset the Lakers. And then I'm gonna have to eat my words. With one game, tournament style.
You know what he's gonna do? He's gonna get ejected like he really coaching. Steve Kerr got ejected in the second quarter. He was on fire coaching out there.
might be a 30-point win, MB. This gonna be ugly. This gonna be ugly.
Yeah, especially, I mean, he ain't got no depth. Usually, he like strength in numbers. I mean, they got a lot of injuries too.
Did you see that alley oop that Dennis Schroeder throw to LeBron the other night? And LeBron put on his page on back. Did you see how high that ball was?
Oh yeah. Caught him on the left side.
18 years in the league. Did you see how high he was?
Yeah. And he threw it back.
He got fresh legs.
Because he threw it behind him. That's why it made it look so good.
So my thing is, if your ankle, where did he land on? I know. It's going to get scary.
Wow. I tell you what. So the next play-in game, is Memphis and San Antonio. Man, boring. I think all of us will be watching for Ja Morant, man. I think all of us want Ja Morant to win, just so we can see something exciting.
Yeah, I agree with that. But no, how that thing gonna work? I guess the loser 7-8 got to play the winner 9 and 10, right?
No, I thought.
No, it's not automatic. The winner of 7-8, right? They automatic in, and the loser 7-8 got to play the winner 9 and 10.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that would be then Golden State, they lose against the Lakers and Memphis beat San Antonio. Then it'll be Memphis and Golden State battle for that 8 spot.
Hey, that's crazy, MB. Then you want to lose, huh? Throw the game, baby. That's the strategy. Throw the game and play hard the next one.
Yeah, that's basically, So
I didn't realize that. I thought it was 1 and you're in. So the
7 and 8 is 1 and in.
Right.
The 7 and 8 seed is 1 and in. So whoever win that becomes the 7 seed.
Right.
And then the loser of that plays the 9 and 10.
Interesting.
Yeah. So that's how it works.
And I will tell you this: the players were really upset about this, really feeling like you throwing away their work for the whole season and putting it in a situation. But I think the NBA, man, they always ahead of the curve.
They got it right.
Think about it. The first thing AA said is what? It's like March Madness, and that's the crowd they working for right there.
Yeah.
They're going to steal a little bit of that March Madness love based upon a tournament-style playing game.
They made these last 2 weeks worth watching because it made these guys had to play for something.
Yeah.
Normally those are games that these guys are sitting. They weren't sitting their players until the last game of the year.
I'm going to tell you why I don't like it.
Normally tanking for the lottery, try to lose.
The reason why I don't like it is because what happened is we know how it works. With the play-in, you still devalue regular season because what will happen now is teams that are built that has a lot of good players on those teams will strategize.
The Clippers can go ahead and load manage all year.
Right. They will strategize around the play-in tournament.
Right.
And so what happens is I'm still buying premium tickets. Pac Jam still playing premium prices for NBA games. And I'm seeing second-tier players out here because the load management guys are waiting for the play-in tournament.
The Clippers, baby. I can see where that happened.
Because let's be honest, veteran teams don't care where they play in. They don't care about no home playing away or home. This is not college where I need the camera crazy to keep me hyped up to go.
Especially this year when you're going to have limited crowds anyways.
Anyway, yep.
Yeah. Exactly. So that's the thing that I don't like, and I'm still upset that Kawhi Leonard ain't played regular season basketball in 3 years and you guys still ain't called him out yet. He's only playing in the playoffs.
He untouchable.
LeBron,
MB and I had a whole show about him being untouchable.
I had mentioned to MB earlier, I said, you know what, at least LeBron, the world had an eyewitness when he sustained the ankle injury. All these injuries being reported on these other superstars, we ain't seen what game it happened in. We still trying to figure out when and how it happened.
Hey, let's give him the injury. It's called overall soreness, baby. That's the thing. Y'all think we clouded. That's a real injury, baby. that slides into Vet's bag during the ending of ending of their NFL career, baby. They get the
Absolutely,
break
bro.
on overall soreness to miss some practices, baby.
But it's the truth though. These dudes ain't being called out on it, man.
Well, that's
Not.
what it is. Well, if Golden State goes ahead and do what we think they're gonna do and ends up still being that AC, then they got waiting on them, the Utah Jazz. Do you not turn to the Golden State Warriors and feel like they got a chance against Utah?
Better chance than against the Lakers.
Well, you can say that because of the fact Donovan Mitchell is coming off an injury.
Okay.
So that's why you would say Golden State has a chance because of him coming off an injury.
Right.
And not having enough games under his belt to get back in the flow.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I think Steph got to be back in the tournament, man. He got to play like he did at Davidson. I think to make this interesting. Otherwise, I think Utah blows them, just really rolls right over them. They play too well together as a team.
Yeah, and then Utah, if I'm not mistaken, they're the number one, which is surprised. 3-point percentage team in the league, but they also the number one defense against 3-point shooting in the league.
Right.
But the thing Utah has
that's a rare double. So I think they're definitely styles make fights, right? And I think their style definitely
and that's the thing. But Utah, but I would say this: Quinn Snyder needs to make sure Utah stay defense first and offense second. Because if you fall into the trap of we was the number one 3-point shooting team and fall into that 3-point contest against Steph Curry, you will lose that series. So you still need to stay defensive minded and not get into this trading the 3 ball. You know what I'm saying? Because that can hurt you. You know.
You don't want to play shootout with him.
Right.
Yeah.
And then we move over to the East, y'all, and we got Boston versus Washington. The Wizards, baby, they did it. And listen,
I like the Wizards.
Gotta love the Wizards.
I think, Brad Stevens got about 4 games left in his Boston career, y'all, because Brad about to lose this Washington game. He then gonna win, whoever he plays out of Indiana and Charlotte. I don't really know who gonna win either one of those.
He doesn't win that. He doesn't beat Charlotte.
No, I think he ends up winning. But then all you did was buy a first round date with the Philadelphia 76ers, and it's over. And I think Danny Ainge finally pulls the plug on the guy that he thought was going to be able to
Hey, who told you Kane Lou that he should have been fired 2 years ago?
You did.
That guy is not that guy, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I think because they severely underachieved this year. Severely.
They underachieved the last 4 years. They put the 2 years ago on Kyrie. It's always been Brad Stevenson's fault.
The Heat made him look bad last week.
Hey, I think it's a wrap. I think you can't hide no more. I think this does it for him, MB. I think he's a done deal because he's gonna lose that game against Washington, which sets him up. And even if he won, boy, he don't want to see Brooklyn either. So either way, it's a done deal because he's gonna get embarrassed. I think he gets beat by Philly 4-1. 4-1, and then he gets beat by Brooklyn 4-0. I think that thing over like that. Or what is it? It's 7, right? All of them 7.
Yeah, 7.
He gets swept both rounds, Kevin. It doesn't matter if he plays Philadelphia or Brooklyn. He's getting swept.
Right.
Yeah, he not beating either one of those teams once.
He's getting swept.
Especially with Jaylen Brown hurt.
And listen, I ain't gonna kid with y'all. I hate the fact that Washington playing Philly because I think Washington got a shot with the way they play against Brooklyn. Because of the way they play, more unconventional. I think Brooklyn, they could scare Brooklyn. Now with Philly, I just feel like Philly gonna dominate. So, man. So,
Yeah, Philly definitely a better defensive team.
Well, Philly will slow the game down, play half court, you know what I mean, aggressive basketball, contest every shot being taken. But we know Brooklyn just gonna shoot the air at the ball, and when it ain't falling, that's long rebounds, and you got Westbrook going 100 miles an hour the other way on a long rebound. Good luck with that. And you know Westbrook, he's gonna challenge Kyrie and Durant mentally and physically, letting them know that I'm from Compton and I'm about whatever you buy.
He'll dunk on all of them.
Whatever you want to do. As he done before, you know how he come in there from Compton, letting you know, man, listen, man, however y'all want to play this, man, we can play it.
and I tell you what, guys, I think the matchup that MB and Double A gonna keep their eyes on is the Milwaukee Miami matchup, boy.
I hated that.
Oh yeah.
I don't like that.
What
you don't like?
Right there.
I got Milwaukee winning the East. And I don't like Milwaukee playing against them because that's not a good matchup for Milwaukee.
No, it ain't.
To me, that's the only team in the East that can legitimately beat Milwaukee. It's because of, like you always say, Kevin, it's a game of styles. That's a bad matchup for Milwaukee.
Miami's healthy right now.
Because Miami plays that Debo ball very well on Giannis. Nobody else can play that Debo ball on Giannis like Miami does. And Miami has so many Debo interchangeable parts from Ariza on Giannis to they put
Bam.
what's the boy name in the middle? They put Bam on him. Miami they play an unconventional style of Debo on Giannis. They'll put a 6'7" guy on him like Ariza. Then they'll come back and then they'll put Bam on him. Then they'll come back and they'll put Wildman on him. Butler. So the Miami that doesn't fit them well. I don't like that matchup for Milwaukee.
Well, I think that's the matchup to look at early on. That first round,
it is.
Really starts. I think that's what everybody gonna be glued to, because you got the Eastern Conference champs from the year ago facing a team that everybody felt like should at least been playing for in the finals for the last 2 years.
And that's the team that eliminated them last year.
Yeah, it's a rematch. It's a rematch too. So you're gonna find out what kind of heart Milwaukee really has.
Yeah. Get hot heat, baby.
Well, we gonna see what y'all about for real. So y'all get your heat, get ready, MB. You know you're gonna have to change your background to the heat. give them some well wishes.
Hey, well,
get hot heat, baby.
Udonis came out in 2 minutes, got 4 points and 2 texts. He sent a message the other night.
And that's that Pat Riley type basketball. That's what they all about.
He sent Philly a message.
That's what they are, and everybody knows that. That's why nobody wants to play Miami, because Miami is known to do. Pat Riley is known to do that. Your mission is to go out there and put it in his mouth.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
Hey, and on that, we got to get up out of here.
Candy's got a thing for the change.
Hey, I don't know where you going with that, but I'm gonna get up out of here.
Hey, gotta go, huh?
Hey, we appreciate y'all for coming, pulling up, stopping through, hollering at us, because I know you know us. We LB and K. Lou, sideline to baseline. Thank you, Double A. Thank you, Pac Jam. Except for the last part, we are gone.